It's an interesting thing to me, Dean. We seem to talk about as in adhering to sanctions and to maintaining them, because we're in agreement. But we talk about the president ending large-scale military exercises when we disagree. In both cases, it's the United States government making these decisions led by this president. And that seems to be a very difficult piece of language for some of the people in the establishment in Washington, D.C. to grasp.
Well, I think quite a few people...
I know you do. I'm
right.
talking about them.
I think quite a few people, unfortunately, have yet to come to terms with the actual election results of 2016.
Right.
And
the
that
poor
is
things, the poor snowflakes. Isn't it something? I've never seen a nation in such a commiserating mood for the Democratic Party as it just can't struggle and find its bearings to deal with the disappointment of Hillary Clinton not being in the Oval Office. That's not exactly the kind of maturity one would expect from a major political party. It's sort of interesting where we are. I remember Jimmy Carter talking about what others described as a malaise in the land. At least it afflicts only half the country. That is a positive, don't you think?
It is, and I would remind some of these folks that, to quote a previous president, elections have consequences.
Ah, yes. I believe, was that Obama by any chance? That was the president's predecessor. And you're right. It does have consequences. And we are watching a judiciary. We're watching the political establishment of the Democratic Party, the geopolitical elitists, the global elites, U.S. multinationals and Wall Street arrayed against this president every step of the way. It is remarkable what he's been able to achieve. Well, let me get your thoughts on Venezuela. Can I do so quickly? I know that your expertise is China, but I also know that you have a world view that includes, of course, this hemisphere.
Well, I think that one of the most interesting things in this regard is how the Chinese are probably taking away this president's responses to places like Venezuela, as well as what's happened in North Korea. I think that any trade summit between President Xi and President Trump is going to take note that he was willing to walk out with regards to Kim Jong-un, that he is holding the line with regards to Venezuela, where China has made major investments. And I don't think it's an accident that the Chinese themselves have been cutting their economic ties to Venezuela, because they're recognizing that in this situation, they actually don't want to be backing the weak horse.
Absolutely. Dean Cheng, it's always great to talk with you. And come back soon, and we'll take as long as necessary. There's so much to talk about. We got to maybe, 5% of it tonight. Thanks so much.
Come
back
for
soon.
having me.